Hello, welcome back to Gravel Pit Road. Today, I'm working on the old GMC again. I have a brake light problem. See if we can figure it out. So a few weeks ago, I ran down to the gravel pit to get some gravel, and then I had to replace a water pump and discovered I had a headlight issue. And when I got back, I was just double checking everything and discovered that my brake lights had stopped working. Wonderful. So, what could it be? Why are my brake lights not working? Well, there's a couple fuse relays down here that I've changed out. Down here, underneath the clutch pedal, on the firewall, is a very crude bus fuse box, which is what they used back in the day. And those round silver devices you see there are the relays for the signal lights and tail lights, and I believe also maybe the brake lights. It's bright out here today. And that's the numbers. So I swapped one for the other just to rule out the possibility that maybe I had a bad relay. And then I went ahead for giggles and just ordered two new ones. They weren't that expensive. You know, they're old, so why not? But that did not fix it. So what else could it be? Now, I wasn't going to make a video over this because I just didn't think it was that interesting to solve a brake light issue. But now it is. Very loud, very loud. Because after checking my electricity back to my 12 volts back at the tail lights, I'm not getting any for the brake lights. And that's frustrating because you have to ask yourself, how is the signal being sent from that brake pedal to those lights back there at the back of the truck? This truck does not have a computer. Just basically has fuses and a fuse block and wiring block and whatever you call it, and that's it. So there has to be a brake switch, like in any car. There has to be a brake switch that is being tripped on and off. When I get under here, and I can only get under here so far because it's a very tight space. I literally would have to pull the seat out to get my big body in there to get underneath that dash, and I'm not going to do that. There's no switch. Nowhere around here is a switch. So the only thing I can figure, based on a drawing that I found in the book, and I cringed when I saw it, is it's on top of this steering column. It's right on top of this. And this brake pedal comes up, and when it comes up, it's hitting it at the top. It is constantly depressing the switch, and when you push down, you close the circuit and turn your brake lights on. Anyway, that's a long story. Basically what I'm going to do is, I've had this down once before, is I'm going to pull this bolt out on either side and see if I can swing this steering column down enough that I can identify a switch up in here that maybe I can swap out for a new one, or at least check the wiring, because I can't even see any wiring coming from it. And we'll see what happens. I did pull the dash off, forgetting I've had this off before, and did some reconditioning on it, and you can't see anything from the top. It's just metal. Everything's metal. You can't see it from taking the radio out because there's metal framing blocking your view. The only way I can possibly see it is through here, and wish me luck. Okay, so I've been all up under here, and I can see clearly there is no brake switch. There's a hole up there that looks like it would accept a switch, and there is a wire here in the wiring harness. This guy right here got two plugs, and it's a red, a yellow, and an orange, I guess. It's going into the harness, and there's a red, but that's not it. And that's such a mess down there, I have no clue. I don't see a red and a yellow and an orange going into a top block. That's linked to the bottom block. The lights are in the bottom of that rusty mess. And there's black wires. There are black wires where the brake, I believe the wire that goes back to the brake lights. But, and that plug inside there's hot. And man, I don't know. So right there, it'll focus. Yep, that hole, I'm waving my light at it. That, I believe, is where this is supposed to go. And there is a bracket above it that looks like it has a mark on it where a button's been pushed on it. So, where the heck did it go? Where is it? It's bizarre. I mean, it's possible it fell out and I kicked it out the door. Who knows? See if I can get this mounted up in there. It's going to be difficult. I'm still looking for the location of this switch. I can't find it under there. So either somebody stole it. That's the only thing I can figure. It's just not here anymore. I picked this up at Advanced Auto Parts. It's universal for Chevy. C6 6000, Chevy S10, you name it. It just fits it. That's it. It's pretty simple. Let's see what happens. See if I can figure this thing out. I have my key switch turned to ignition start. I have a zip tie on the brake switch, which I have another one that I'm actually going to use. This was about $5 cheaper than the one I bought. This is a Master Pro from O'Reilly's. And that's the part number. Because this one that I bought, which is the factory number, CarQuest, that one, I think I got that from Advanced. They were the only ones that had this in stock. It's the one I have plugged in right now. It's sticky, and this one's not sticky. You push the button and it's smooth. This one catches, and I don't want that. So this is mounted up through a hole up under behind the dash above the steering column. When the brake pedal comes up, it depresses this button, and then when you push the brake pedal down, it lets the button go, and that turns your brake lights on. And it's plugged into this wiring harness going somewhere. So I put a zip tie around this to hold it shut to show you that the brake lights are off. Now I'm going to pretend I push the brake pedal down. I'm gonna let that button out, and let's see if my brake lights are on. Okay, as you will see, the light is off. All right, so I'm at the rear of the truck right now, chasing these wires back towards the fuse box. And here's a splice into the wiring harness for these brake lights, just the whole, turn signal, everything. And that's nicely done. It's even with heat shrink butt connectors. So I'm happy with that. And then I pull the tape off of this one here. I'm not saying this is the problem. I haven't gotten that far yet. But why? Why would you think that that's okay? I mean, what a redneck fix. And let's see, the brown is the brake light. So I don't know why this is on here. So here's where I'm going to start. I'm going to splice these correctly and work my way from there, because who knows, it could have burned something up. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I hope. I mean, look at that. Why would you do that? If you're gonna take the time, why not just use a butt connector? Anything. Shoot, a household wire nut would be safer than that. More dependable. Electrical tape, that's all they had on it. I don't know why this green wire is on here. I don't see it going to anything. What were they thinking on that? Wow, I'm telling you. People never cease to amaze me. That's better. So this taped bundle goes to the right signal. Should I be surprised if I find the same mess? No surprise. Same guy did this twist. That must be a different guy. Did that twist there, and then the same guy did this nice splice here. And then they use these highly dependable connectors for some running lights. But that's okay, they work. But what's odd is they have spliced a piece of short wire. This goes to the right turn signal, brake light. Short piece of wire from here to there. Instead of just getting a piece to run all the way down to the light on the other side, the driver's side light. Why not just run one long piece of wire instead of, I don't know. It's a miracle. Nice and bright. What the heck? Now, you saw I messed with the wires. I still have to splice that last bad one back together. I think I'm just going to leave that mess the way it is. Someday I'll just rewire the whole thing if I ever feel like it. Because the lights are all working. Everything works. Turn signal, reverse, all of it works. But I'm going to show you what was actually wrong with these brake lights. And I spent way too much time thinking about it, trying to figure it out. So for you youngins, this is a bus fuse, B-U-S-S. And this is the old style fuses as opposed to the new 2-prong plastic ones with a little piece of wire between the 2 prongs inside that colored plastic fuse. This is a bus fuse, and this clips into the fuse box. And this fuse has a wire that goes from the bottom to the top. And I took my test light. It has a connection on the top, has a connection on the bottom. If that wire burns out, then you break the connection. Same as the new style fuses. However, this is a 15 amp. This wire's not burned out. So this is the stop fuse. And I put my test light on here, and I put my test light on here, and I'd get a light on both ends. Well, the fuse isn't blown. But for some reason, I was not getting a connection. I wasn't getting any power back to my taillights. And what I figured out was, and you'll never be able to see it, but if I look down inside here with my eyeballs, you can't see it with the camera, the wire going up to the top of the fuse on one of these ends is broken. The solder, whatever's holding this to this metal, has snapped off. So I'm getting this random touching and not touching, or arcing. Maybe it's arcing a little electricity over, but it's very weak, and it will not light my brake lights. I replaced the fuse. I've got power on both ends, and my brake lights work. And I went through a nightmare. I mean, I've thought about this for 2 weeks. I've been screwing around with this. Coming out, working on it for 30 minutes, getting frustrated. I quit. I don't know what to do. And then for some reason, this time when I checked it, it did not light. That fuse did not light up on the other end. All the other times it lit up. This time it didn't. I popped it out, and there it is. Brake light solved. I'm gonna replace this headlight and call this project done. All right, I got the brake system done. Now I'm doing this headlight. I removed 4 screws from the corner, pull this shield off, and then I removed 3 screws from this retaining ring, holding ring, whatever you want to call it. It goes up there, and then the headlight is loose. I'll unplug it, put a new one on, put it back together.